Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA has been undeniable, but is there a hidden cost to her sudden rise? While fans can't get enough of her record-breaking performances
You're talking about watering down a league that has one star, a handful of good, interesting players, and then a bunch of women that struggle to make layups, and you're talking about adding 48 more players? They're trying to do too much too soon.
Caitlin Clark has transformed into a global sensation, a bright beacon in women's basketball. Her incredible skills, unmatched court vision, and electric play style have not only redefined what it means to be a star in the WNBA, but also brought unprecedented attention to the league. But with all this spotlight comes a darker side. Is the WNBA truly prepared to navigate the waters of her soaring influence? And more critically, is there a chance she could leap into the arms of a new league, the unrivaled league?
We're obviously marketing around all of our players, but I think Caitlin's lifting everybody.
Yeah.
Our arenas are packed, our viewership. I mean, this is a key part of why I was hired, is to look at how to bring in new viewers, new fans, the demographic. We're one of the most diverse demographics in sports, both on the court and now our viewership.
Yeah. It rocks, by the way, when you're in the stadium. We went and loved it.
The WNBA is currently riding a wave of popularity, and to capitalize on this momentum, they've made a bold move, expanding the league with plans to add a 13th team next year and possibly 2 more in the near future. But here's where things get tricky. Can the league really handle such a rapid expansion? The undeniable draw is Caitlin Clark. Fans flock to arenas to witness her magic firsthand. But if the league expands too quickly, her appearances in each city could become more limited. Imagine the scenario. As more teams join, the chance for fans to see Clark live diminishes. This could lead to a backlash, where audiences feel deprived of the excitement she brings. If fans can't see their favorite star, will they still show up?
I get that we are at a special place when it comes to women's basketball and the growth of the game and all of the eyeballs. I think what I was frustrated by in our conversation earlier is that—
And just when you think it couldn't get more complicated, there's the unrivaled league on the horizon. This new 3-on-3 league is making headlines, and they've made no secret about wanting Caitlin Clark to join their ranks. They're offering her not just a spot, but equity in the league and a jaw-dropping salary that could soar over $1 million. That's significantly more than what she currently earns in the WNBA. It's hard to ignore that kind of money, especially when the stakes are so high.
Is like one of the most talented
women basketball players
in the history of the country. She comes on, she does amazing things, and then people say, people say, all of a sudden, I'm now interested in something I wasn't before. Look at the attendance, look at the viewership, and then they watch the games.
The Indiana Fever are understandably apprehensive about Caitlin Clark's potential participation with Unrivaled, especially when considering the significant risks associated with injuries. As the team's cornerstone player and a rising star in the WNBA, Clark's health is paramount to the Fever's aspirations for success. Competing in another league like Unrivaled, which is likely to feature a demanding schedule filled with back-to-back games, raises legitimate concerns about the physical toll it could take on her body. The intensity of playing at such a high level in 2 competitive environments can lead to increased fatigue and a higher risk of injury. This concern is especially relevant given the physicality of basketball, where even minor injuries can have lasting repercussions.
Long ball. I'm talking about the 26, 30 feet. If you ain't doing the Steph Curry, if you ain't got none of that long ball in your game, then yeah, you're gonna be behind. Because I think what not only distinguishes her from that shot is her being consistent by hitting that shot.
Moreover, juggling commitments in both leagues could wear her down not just physically, but mentally as well. The constant pressure to perform at peak levels can lead to burnout, which can further affect her on-court performance. The Fever rely heavily on Clark's skill set and leadership, and if her performance starts to wane due to overexertion or injuries, it could jeopardize the team's chances of success. For a franchise looking to build around her talents, the stakes are incredibly high. Clark's ability to contribute to the Fever's strategies and overall game plan is critical. Any setback could severely impact the team's cohesion and progress. Additionally, the Fever's management must consider the long-term implications of her health, not just for the current season, but for the future of the franchise. For the Indiana Fever, Committing to building their future around Caitlin Clark has been a pivotal strategy. But it comes with significant risks, most notably the threat of injury. Her presence is not just valuable, it's essential for the Fever's ambitions to climb the standings and compete for championships. With expectations weighing heavily on her shoulders, management knows that even a brief absence due to injury could throw a wrench in their plans and derail their quest for success. Clark has emerged as the beating heart of the Fever, captivating fans and generating excitement around the franchise. Her electrifying style of play and charismatic personality have turned her into a beacon of hope for the organization. However, her potential absence could have ripple effects that extend far beyond the court. It would not only compromise the team's performance, but also dampen fan engagement and morale. In a league that thrives on star power, losing Clark could diminish the Fever's appeal, leaving a void that's difficult to fill. The stakes are incredibly high for the organization as they navigate this complex situation. On one hand, there's a strong desire for Clark to showcase her extraordinary talents on broader platforms like Unrivaled, which could elevate her profile and promote women's basketball. On the other hand, the Fever must fiercely protect their investment in her health and future. As the team weighs these competing priorities, they find themselves at a crossroads that could shape the trajectory of their franchise for years to come. The anxiety surrounding Clark's potential involvement with Unrivaled is emblematic of a deeper concern. Her health and well-being are intrinsically linked to the Fever's long-term goals and competitive viability. Ultimately, this situation underscores the delicate balance between ambition and responsibility in professional sports, as the Fever strive to cultivate a winning culture while safeguarding the future of their star player. This situation mirrors the relationship between the NBA and the Big Three League. Over the years, the NBA has subtly discouraged current players from joining the Big Three. The message is clear. They don't want their stars risking injury or compromising their status in the NBA. The WNBA might be facing a similar dilemma with Caitlin Clark and Unrivaled. Will they try to keep their star player in-house, or will they allow her the freedom to chase new opportunities? The WNBA is actively striving to maintain its relevance and visibility in a competitive sports landscape.
I'm sure they would not say their rookie years were cakewalks. Now, in the case of LeBron and if we use Wemby this year, they have physically dominant and powerful statures. And so maybe that has allowed them to skirt some of the curve. But Caitlin is a guard coming from college. She got to get her weight up. The W has to continue to allow her to be one of the leaders of this platform as a...
And high-profile endorsements from celebrities like Patrick and Brittany Mahomes signify the league's increasing prominence. Such endorsements are a testament to the growing interest in women's basketball and can help elevate the league's profile, bringing in new fans and increasing visibility. However, while these partnerships are undoubtedly exciting and beneficial, they may only serve as a temporary fix in the grand scheme of the league's long-term growth. The hard truth is that the WNBA's future hinges significantly on star players like Caitlin Clark. As one of the most dynamic and marketable talents in the league, Clark embodies the promise of what the WNBA can achieve. Her electrifying performances have not only captured the attention of basketball fans, but have also drawn in casual viewers and new audiences, making her a pivotal figure in the league's marketing efforts. Without Clark leading the charge, the league faces critical questions about its sustainability and growth trajectory. Can the WNBA continue to thrive and attract audiences when the star who has brought in so many fans is no longer at the forefront? The reality is that the league's ability to cultivate new talent and maintain a compelling narrative depends heavily on its ability to keep its star players engaged and active within the WNBA. The departure of a player like Clark could create a void that would be challenging to fill, affecting not just attendance at games but also television ratings and overall fan engagement. The excitement surrounding her performances creates a ripple effect that benefits the entire league, and her absence could lead to decreased visibility and interest, undermining the progress made thus far. In essence, while the WNBA is making significant strides to enhance its profile through strategic partnerships and endorsements, the league's long-term success ultimately relies on its stars. The league must focus on developing a sustainable model that not only promotes current talents like Caitlin Clark, but also cultivates future stars who can carry the torch. Without this focus, the WNBA risks becoming dependent on temporary fixes rather than establishing a robust foundation for sustained growth and engagement in women's basketball. The stakes become even clearer. Caitlin Clark's impact has been a double-edged sword for the WNBA. On one hand, she's brought incredible visibility and excitement. On the other, she's created immense pressure on the league to expand and evolve quickly. As she weighs her options between remaining with the WNBA or venturing into uncharted territory with Unrivaled, the choices she makes could forever alter the landscape of women's basketball.